Hello and welcome to the Duck Brigade. Also, Weave the Tail. We are super excited for episode 3 of Morra here at the Ravenswood Academy. We have some amazing people, of course, who are finally out of their trailers. Thank God, wrangling these amazing actors as they do fanfare all around outside. So that's been really cool. Before we kind of go around and introduce each of these amazing individuals who have joined us on this wonderful production, I definitely like to thank all of the wonderful companies that have allowed us this amazing season. First of all, Evil Hat Production, thank you. Fate of Cthulhu, which is going on right now, GM by Trooper, is what I hear. And definitely look forward to checking out the VODs, which are on YouTube too. And speaking of which, those who are watching on YouTube, hi, what's up? How you doing? I hope you're enjoying yourselves. You're probably playing Valheim on one monitor and listening to this on the other. I feel like that's a good way to play it. But nonetheless, we are going forward. So Nibiru, which has just finished his second Kickstarter, congratulations, guys, by Arcuna Media. So happy for that. I'm a backer, so I'm really excited for it. Those are on Fridays, and I believe they're coming up to the end of their campaign. So definitely check out the VODs over on the YouTubes. Another thing, Parshlings, which is right after this show at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, done by Spunchy Games. If you haven't checked out their Twitter, they just released their cards, so everyone can salivate over those beautiful pieces of fabric. They are gorgeous and amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on them and play with some cards. After that, Black Void. Oh, Colin has been doing an amazing job. Black Void Games, the sponsor for, of course, Black Void, makes sense. Eldritch Babylonian horror out in the stars. So it's really cool. Thank you so much for supporting us. They have a Kickstarter coming up soon. So definitely check that out. I think sometime in the summer. So definitions of soon might be changed. The Nuadan Chronicles, which happens Tuesday evening, GM'd by the Vampire Interpreter, with an amazing cast, amazing characters. Definitely check that out. Want to thank Broken Dice for that sponsorship. Their Kickstarter should be coming to fulfillment pretty soon, so check that out. Another thing is, I heard on the wire, as well as from them too, is that they have opened up Backer, the post-pledge manager. So if you want to pre-order, you want to get on that gravy train, hop onto it. It's going to be amazing. Really great stuff. So check that out. They even have these amazing dice towers that you can get. And finally, The Great American Witch by Christopher Gray, which is GM'd by our lovely voice behind the scenes. So yeah, just super excited about all this stuff. You can find it all on YouTube. But without further gilding the lily, I have been Penny for a Tale, the director. Let's go around. And of course, the biggest question is, what would your familiar be? And why is it not a Titan? Lilith, also known as Rocket Fox, go ahead.
Hello. I am Rocket Fox, and I am playing Lilith, the resident transformer of once persons into now animals and critters. She prefers creatures to people, and that's really all that matters in her mind. Except for her family. Family is a very important thing to her. She's also very excited, as per last episode, to start this work study program with the school nurse to start transforming organs into bees. So very excited about that as well. And as far as familiar, for her, it's not so much really a hypothetical, because she does cruise about with a lot of creatures on her person quite regularly. But I would say that if anything, for her familiar would probably be Kiva, the puka, which is this fine character here, played by our very own Hal Parsnip. Sir and or Madam, because we haven't been to the vet yet, so... And I don't know. But as far as Rocket goes, I have about 16 under my belt to choose from, and so it kind of depends on the given day.
Yeah, and you just lost one, I believe, last episode, the man spider, who drifted off into the wind to have its own adventures.
that gets a visceral shudder.
I know. I'm really hoping we can do like a side campaign of just the adventures of Man Spider. But who knows if we'll be able to greenlit that.
His name is Steve. Damn it! It's Spider Steve.
I will be real. I will be back. Like if we greenlight the adventures of Spider Steve, I will be back. I will be like either to participate or just to watch, just to leer.
Yes.
I am
you
excited.
hear that, MCU? We're building our own universe with Steve the Man Spider.
Lives on in here. And so that's me. Thank you so much. So excited for today.
Woo, woo. All right. Just to their right or left, depending on how you're looking at it, Resident Moon.
What is up, everybody? I'm back as Keen Perry, the magic mechanic and tinkerer. If you need it fixed, I can probably fix it as long as it is something tinkerable. And I have an unintentional critter of some kind living in my hat named Squat. Right now, all we've got of Squat is a little tail, because I'm totally making a Squat.
Yes.
Yeah, because I can't not. As far as a familiar, you know what would be really helpful for Keen is a little stoat. A tiny little weasel that can run around and like get into the tiny places and then, you know, maybe I learn a spell to talk so that I can be like, okay, what's stuck down there or whatever. And not gonna lie, me as Spence, totally I want it too. I want a little stoat. It's so cool.
I'm here for it. All right, and down diagonally with some zigzags, Almost Faye.
Hi, I'm Faye, and I play Eris, who uses they them pronouns. And I feel like Eris would have some kind of dragon as their familiar, because of course. And myself, I have two bunnies that are in a room that way.
Are you talking about like a giant dragon or like a small dragon?
You never know. Both.
Okay.
Maybe a giant dragon that goes small, or a small one that gets big. Like Mushu pretending to be big using the fire.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm saying anymore. And personally, cool. Faye, I think my familiar would be one of my bunnies, because they're assholes, but they're cute and they get away with everything.
That's fair.
Don't point at me!
There's no pointing in class. That's a rule. All right, and just on the other side of the web, Am.
Hello, I am Am. I play Akia. And I'm trying to get a handle on the sugar in my hot chocolate to get going and get excited. Given like what we talked about with plants and stuff last session, I think Actia definitely has like a little Venus flytrap as her little familiar, calls him Basil, which she thinks is hilarious, but no one else funny. In terms of myself, I do have we have a few pets, but my familiar, my best friend, is my little tortoiseshell kitty. Her name is Minnie. She's the runt of the litter. She hates everyone except for me and my partner. And she's my precious special girl. And I love her so much. She is so grumpy all the time and so needy, and I love her.
Excellent.
I said that to her the other day, hugging my leg.
Awesome. So we are hopping into, again, episode 3 of this amazing story as it unfolds. Once again, make sure to retweet so we can give some boons to these amazing people. Donations as well can offer all these really cool things. So definitely support the cast as you do. And as a special treat for this one. So you guys, we kind of ended with Spider Steve crawling away as tiny as he goes. We're going to move a little bit as you guys you enjoyed your meals. It is nighttime again. Things are kind of maybe looking up. You guys got some work studies going on. One of you has a magical creature living in their hat. All these really cool things that are happening. Pretty much a normal college experience for the most part. But as you guys are enjoying thyself, the night slowly twinkling on by, you guys have an amazing day ahead of you of learning concerning bees and organs, finding yourselves and the friendships that are on the way. There is a little squeak noise, barely audible, and really not for our cast members, the characters that they play. None of them can hear it. As Steve, the man spider, gazes at the horizon, this building which has been his prison for so long. A little bit of Lilith's hair in his little hands, crying out to the dark void of vengeance as he gazes out just past the glasses, or the kind of grass that he is set upon. He says, "The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men." And he gazes off into the moonlight, off to have his man spider adventures.
Oh no.
So yeah, perfect. So with every TV series, we open up in the morning for breakfast time as everyone gets together. Woo! How's everyone doing? What is your like morning? How has it been? We'll go through the same order as before. Lilith, how's your morning going?
Pretty good. She keeps her room pretty tightly locked down. Not a lot of. She keeps the door shut. And I imagine it's easy for people to think that it's to not let the critters loose or anything like that. But she keeps her closed. But as soon as she opens the door, comes out, she's pristine, all hair's in place, makeup put on, the clothes nice and tidy. And so she sneaks out, closes the door. But then she greets everyone. "Hello, cousins. How is everybody doing this morning?" Not really caring how early it is or what state of awakeness everyone is in. And that's where she starts off, and she's just going to start going around and kind of just poking around at things, making kind of a general ruckus. Not purposefully necessarily, but not unpurposefully either, just kind of going through cabinets, moving things around, because she wants to get to breakfast and she wants everyone to go together. But if everyone's not up and moving around yet, she's not being quiet so that people will get moving.
All of a sudden, from behind the wall, there is a shudder and the all the glasses and dishes, they kind of jangle a little bit, and coming from the side door in a plume of green smoke is Keen, with green all over their face, and their hat is gone, and morning. Sorry.
What happened?
A miscalculation, and also Squat decided to wake me up, but I was already awake and handling something a little delicate, and startled.
Is Squat
Yeah.
your hat friend?
The thing that lives in my hat now? Yeah.
Keen, you know how I
What?
feel about creatures. I want to meet Squat.
He didn't. I asked him. I was like, hey, do you want to meet my family? And he's just like, nah, not yet. I don't have a contract with them. So,
Well,
you know.
I remember you saying that. And she's gonna reach in her pocket, and she pulls out this wee little piece of paper. I did draft something up, and she's gonna hand it over. Just this little tiny paper with teensy little words. Now I made Bethany help me write it. Bethany, as an aside,
hang
is a gerbil.
on. I'm just gonna go
I
and enlarge it.
well, if I knew you were gonna do that, I would have written it myself.
I mean, this is the smarter way to do it, is to like enlarge it or minimize it. You saw me do this. I make it small again. Okay, are you happy now?
Yes,
happy
I
now?
am. I am.
I just want to make sure she didn't put anything in there like, I sell my soul to pet you.
Well, I wouldn't sell my soul. Bethany wrote it.
Does it say anything about selling souls or anything else that would be detrimental to Lilith?
No. It just says, and anyway, I dictated it and Bethany wrote it down upon threat of being fed to Joanna. You know how these things work. Anyway, so I told her to write down, oh yes, no, I phrased it the other way. Squat agrees to show himself to Lilith and be Lilith's friend. No threat, no threat, no threat. And Lilith agrees that she will never speak of Squat to anyone outside of Keen and Squat, parentheses, and Squat's immediate family, including anyone here and therefore. Oh, I forgot how he phrased that. You remember that Joshua used to be heretofore. Yes, thank you. I had to get some help from Joshua because you remember how he was studying to be a lawyer. Anyway, heretofore, anyone related by blood and legal bounds to Squat, and thusly and by and how Lilith shall be able to see and speak to Squat. The end.
Okay. Well, he's walking it off in there. I'll give this to him in a little bit unless he decides to come in. But
so he comes out of your hat too. This is a lot. This is a lot. Like, what else does he go
not
in the fridge?
on
Does he
head.
eat our food?
Hat, not on head, Lilith. And also, he's an extra-dimensional creature.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure he knows how to get his own food.
Lilith is actually gonna reach over and just like not touch Keen's head, but just like wave her hand over Keen's head. I didn't even realize. I just kind of assumed it was there.
You can touch the fuzzy side.
Oh.
Okay, you're done. Done. We're done. Where are the others? It's time
I
for
don't know. I
breakfast
was banging
and-
everything around.
Acti is probably in the same room as them. She's just put so many plants around the edge of the front room that as she's watering them, people, like, she's just hidden behind a giant fern, just steps out like, oh, good morning.
Oh! Don't do that!
Sorry. Breakfast?
Oh my goodness. Yes, but
I need a Joey breakfast.
where's Eris?
I absolutely do not. Eris is probably asleep. Should we go wake them up?
I've been banging on things for at least, I don't know, 5 minutes.
I think Acti is gonna fill up her watering can and just start walking towards Eris's bedroom.
This I have to see.
Squat, you're gonna want to see this.
Lilith is going to follow, but at a distance that if by firefight, I mean literal fight with fire, starts, she will not get scorched.
As you, are you opening Eris's door?
Mm-hmm. I'll bang on it first.
There is no response.
Is she dead? Are they dead?
Probably not.
What's it like in there? I've never been in there before. Lilith is like farther away, like maybe ducked behind a couch or something at this point.
Eris would have trapped their room because as much as they love their cousins, they don't trust anybody.
Oh no. Oh no.
They don't trust that someone else wouldn't try to get into their space because they're Ronin.
Can I do a visual check to see if I can see any traps?
Heck yeah, you can.
I feel like this is a thing I would know about Eris. Okay, I got an 8. What am I adding to that?
Observe.
Yeah,
I think I have
the best bet.
Mind observe. Okay. How about mind examine?
You can do mind examine. Yeah, that works.
Okay, so 8 plus 7 is 13.
All right. For Eris, why don't let's do a check for you and whoever's high and again wins in that case. So, what do you think you would have used to make these horrible contraptions?
There would be a couple, but the first one would probably be like if you open the door, a potion drops onto you, and it's gonna be like one that it makes a lot of noise to make sure that Eris is awake. And the potion would shrink you to a rubber duck.
Yes, the ducks.
Question from the gallery: shrink you to the size of a rubber duck, or turn you into an actual speaking rubber duck? I must know.
Speaking rubber duck. It's Eris. Speaking rubber duck. Where's my dice thing?
Rubber ducky.
I'm a nightmare and have lost my dice tray. It's 2d6, correct?
Correct. $14. All right.
No.
Joaquin, unfortunately, Joaquin, you do not see this particular trap as.
I don't see any traps, so I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop Actia then.
Actia, go ahead and walk into the room.
Do it,
Yeah.
Actia. Do it.
I'd walk into that room.
All right,
I
Eris,
do
why don't you go ahead and
have some-
explain? Go ahead.
No, I do have some kinetic magic, so I might be able to push away anything that comes flying at me super quick.
As you open the door, like you just see a large puff of, I wouldn't say smoke, more like confetti in your face to make you jump. And as that happens, like this potion drops onto your head and you get turned into a rubber duck.
So Actia, I'm gonna have you make a check to see if you can push it away, or at least some of it away. So why don't you go ahead and try that kineticist to see if you can do it. Otherwise, the consequences will be rubber ducky.
Can I roll soul with it? Because that's my like magic force thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. 15.
All right. You are not a complete rubber ducky.
Yay.
You're only part rubber ducky. So it is a complication rubber ducky on your soul, your soul. You get most of it out, like you push it away, but some of the little bits of the vial fall onto your feet, and so they turn yellow and small. And so with every step, which is awkward because it's like you're on these little high heels or stilts, but they're small and squeaky. But other than that, you're fine and normal.
Eris is probably like sitting on their bed, just like can of energy juice in hand, staring at the door like, you woke me up.
Yes, we're going to breakfast.
You sure you don't want to go for a swim?
I will end your life. Let's go.
Fair.
I'll just throw the watering can onto Eris and turn and walk out.
As soon as Actia walks back into the room, Lilith is gonna like reemerge from behind whatever she was hiding behind and approach and kind of duck down and look at
You're gonna duck down?
Yeah. But she
So sensitive.
from a distance, because as soon as, the hand goes up, but she won't go any closer, but from there she'll be like, Oh, Actia, I think I would have let the full potion go on me.
I didn't know what it was. We're not going to talk about it.
If you put some shoes and you put a lot of padding in there, like a lot of padding... Oh, they're real small, Actia. They're real small.
Do you have any big boots I can stuff with socks?
I mean,
I
alternatively, you could go to the infirmary and get a, reversal or dispel.
That's true. Lilith has an inn.
Oh, I do.
Don't do that before breakfast, please.
Alternatively, you could just not wake me up and this won't happen.
Just
Well, it's
like
already happened
lips
now.
Eris
Get
off,
an alarm clock.
not talking to them.
Hey, Eris,
Well,
Mm-hmm.
fuck off. Fuck off.
Cool. Do you want the antidote?
Yes,
I
please.
mean, I think she does. I'm just practicing that whole thing that we're supposed to do for class. For that one class.
Oh. Shane, you threw water over me. You're not getting the antidote.
Lilith is kind of creeping a little bit closer to try and like poke the feet to see if they squeak. She's just creeping closer.
No.
Well, I guess we shouldn't stop her. She's just gonna like reach out just with one finger, just
like gently kick the hand away.
Yeah, it like it doesn't make the normal squeaky noise. It really literally just goes like squeak as you touch it, and then as Actia pushes you away, like squeak squeak as the little ducky feet kind of move about.
Oh no!
The most unimpressed squeaking.
Oh no! Yeah,
How she feels.
Yeah, we should probably go by the nurse's office before breakfast. That's really off-putting.
Yep. She's just like so quiet compared to her usual very fast talking self.
Eris would pass. They're fairly loud.
Eris would just walk past and like hand her the vial with the antidote in it. Like, just don't wake me up. I was happy. I was asleep.
So you want us to go to breakfast without you?
Bold of you to assume that I wouldn't meet you down there. Bolder still that I'm going to class after breakfast. I was just gonna have a late breakfast.
Fair enough. We'll do that next time.
But
I'll stick out my feet.
Together. If we don't go together, we're not as if we're, you know, the new house that we are. Power in numbers and all of that, you know.
Look, Eris wants to lone wolf it, you know, and when they actually want us to help, they will ask. Right? Eris?
I feel like I'm in trouble.
You will be if you get in trouble, and then we have to come save you.
I just don't like being awake in the morning. It's why I take night classes. Why do you take morning classes?
Because I don't have a choice. Because people are sleeping when I want to be doing my other thing, so I have had to adjust my circadian rhythm, and it sucks.
What if we soundproof your workshop and get you a workshop?
Why are you being nice to me?
Because I want to sleep more.
Fair. We'll
Point
work on it.
taken. Please may I have my antidote?
Yeah.
She gave it to you already. They gave it to you already.
Yeah, I did.
Just
I
sit
was
down
being
and
nice.
pour it
Just-
all over my feet.
Sprinkle! Sprinkle! You didn't get the full thing on you. Sprinkle!
Oh,
Are you taking the antidote, Actia?
Yes.
she
Excellent.
poured it.
Your feet expand, blossoming out of the yellow rubber ducky layer. There's a long, like, squeaky gasp, like, squeak, as your toes burst forth from it, new and impressive. They do not have any scars, or they look like new flesh, made perfect. So your feet are immaculate, and for some reason have little duckies kind of painted on each of the toenails. Other than that, everything is fine.
I don't know if I'm very hungry for breakfast anymore.
I'm sure we can get eggs. But they won't be duck eggs, because duck eggs are big.
I could really go for eggs.
Alright, eggs.
I'm gonna let Joey make
Breakfast
my food.
burritos.
Joey
Yeah.
has fun.
We'll ask Joey to make a delicious whatever. I'm going for breakfast burrito today.
Okay.
Let's go.
Lilith, what? What?
No, she just like whenever this foot expansion happened, she was real interested to see what would happen. So her face was like right there when the new feet grew, and now she's just like she's just weirded out. She's weirded out by everything that has just transpired, and the human voice squeaks and like everything. She's just it's been a morning already.
All right. So Keen is going to put arm around Lilith. It's gonna be okay. We'll get to the cafeteria, and there's gonna be amazing smells. We're walking. There's gonna be amazing smells. There's gonna be amazing things to eat. You will get distracted. Maybe we'll see some cool animals on the way there. 'Cause we got a little bit of a walk. Maybe we'll find the Squirrel King or something. I don't know.
That would be
Queen,
fun.
by the way.
Oh, it's a queen? I didn't know that.
Yeah. She's rude.
As beautiful as the dawn.
Rude. How so? How so?
I just imagine Eris walking out, and anytime they look up into the tree branches, the squirrels are like,
Yeah, like wearing flak jackets, carrying assault rifles. Don't fuck with the squirrels.
They're about to start like a choreographed
That's what I'm going to
dance.
embroider for the stream. That's what I'm going to embroider for the stream. Don't fuck with the
Don't
squirrels.
fuck with the squirrels.
That is now our new family motto.
yeah, I was just about to say
Good
that.
advice.
I think that's
Yeah. So as you guys are coming into the cafeteria, there is a long line before Joey, who seems especially tired and less enthusiastic. There is another kind of little booth, and it's titled "Be the Barista." And just behind there is a particularly long-haired woman, dark-skinned, with kind of this vibrant color-changing lipstick. She is has like this huge pot, and right next to it several coffee mugs that look gray and such. But when people touch them and get a little bit of this coffee, kind of explodes with color, almost like one of those emotional like little stones that you would get in the real world.
Got him there.
Well, thank you for making my PC soulmate. I'm done. The game is over.
Game is over. There we go.
As a question,
Yeah,
in
Acti
the
is making a
the
beeline.
long line- in the long line, is Fish Stick Guy there?
Always.
Fish Stick Guy. When Lilith passes by Fish Stick Guy, she's just gonna right at him.
Didn't
right
we
at
turn
him
him
as she walks
into
by.
a pig? I thought we
got
turned
better.
him into something. He got better.
He got
Okay.
better.
How about the trio of girls
Yes,
that I'm
the
supposed
Cobb
to go on
Squad.
a date with? The Cobb Squad.
The Cobb Squad. Yeah, they're in the corner eating their Cobb salad.
Are they still blue? Ish?
Always. Yeah. Yeah, they're still pretty much the same as last time you saw them. They just kind of have a little chipper mood about them, like they're talking to each other, they're giggling, and they're just having a good old time.
I walk by and I wink at them all.
They all wink at the same time, almost like just like.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see my eyes, but.
No, we can't.
His
so-
visiting school's gonna look different.
Yeah. There you go. I winked. So heading over to be the barista with a nice little cowboy-like booth, very kind of wood logs and everything. You guys finally approach those who are interested in having coffee.
Yes. Yes.
You approach and she places her chin upon her hand and just kind of stare at you and looks at the coffee mugs back at you.
Do we take one?
Please do.
Very cautiously reaches out and touches it.
Yeah, it explodes with color, like all this. What colors would Actia kind of reflect into this cup?
Like a peach, like a pastel purple, like a this kind of yellow, which is my special game pen
Ooh.
I've brought.
Oh,
Yeah, just like very much pastel glittery. You know, like whenever there's a type of drink on the menu that has the prefix unicorn?
mm-hmm.
That.
Love it. Using the kind of the big spout to pour some coffee, out comes like this like gelatinous type cube, but dark brown like coffee. So it falls down onto your cup with these little legs that are kind of resting out of the cup as if this little creature is bathing in a sauna. You see its little belly button and it's like two little arms kind of waving at you. This little like Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z type face set upon it with a wide grin.
Hello? Does it have a name?
Speaking to B or to the creature itself?
Starts addressing the creature, realizing it isn't talking back, and then just turning to B.
No, cher, it's coffee. It's just coffee. It'll wake you up, though.
Do you have any cream?
Of course. Why don't you try the original version before you dash on off to a wee bit of cream there, Actia? Are you taking a sip?
Yeah. How does it taste?
Excellent. So as you bring it to your mouth, it looks at you kind of all like happy and everything. It opens its mouth and then screams at you like, ah! Just like for a full minute. And it feels like you've been hit by, like you drank a full cup of coffee. You taste it in your mouth and your nostrils and everything. You just had coffee. And then looking down, this little creature is a little bit smaller, kind of rolling around in the cup like rollerball.
Oh. Cool. I like this guy.
Yeah, enjoy.
Lilith, you want to scream?
Lilith and...
Yeah. So Lilith is going to look at... So she has Kiva with her, like she normally does.
Mm-hmm.
And she whispers something to Kiva. And then she leans forward to be the coffee lady. And then Acti probably has not seen this before. Because I don't think most of the cousins would have seen her with her respective... most of her exes, I guess, at this point. But then she leans forward to me. And then she props an elbow up on the counter. And she goes, I think I would much prefer if you would pick my cup for me.
Oh, you leave fate in my hands, mon cher?
I would leave many things in your hands.
Oh, please take my hands now. Right here.
And she'll reach forward and just like kind of brush her hand down the side of B's face and then take her hand.
All right, I think I have the exact cup for you if you are ready, mon cher.
Well, I'm known to be always ready.
You will need to be. The path is long. It's treacherous, filled with weeds and such, possibly, and sometimes I see a little spider creeping around.
my favorite kind of path. Treacherous, and I have dealt with a spider or two in my day.
Just cringing so hard in the corner. Back to Iris.
That's fine. Particularly fascinated by.
Keen is trying
the
so
amount
hard not
of
to laugh out loud.
hands. But here is your cup. And she places her fingers on one of them and kind of moves it towards you, Lilith.
Well, thank you.
Of course. My pleasure.
And then she kind of maneuvers off. And when she does it, like, she turns and, like, passes by Actia as if she doesn't even recognize her. And she kind of just walks over with the scream cup. And then she, like, leans down and whispers something at Kiva again. And then she kind of rejoins the other group of cousins with a cup of screams.
Excellent. Yes! Coffee screams! All right, Joaquin.
Well, I was gonna flirt with you too, but clearly my two other cousins are smitten, so I'm going to not do that. But I would, however, enjoy a cup of screamless coffee, but maybe with something other than screams?
All right, we can try that, of course. She kind of goes to this milk frothy thingy, pours some out, and hands it over to you. Instead of this large creature kind of bathing in itself, you see a very slender man-looking creature with a little bit of cream around the shoulders, staring up at you with eyes that kind of scream into the void. It is silent and frowning. You almost get a feeling of disappointed family member coming from it.
Sorry, the mood was changing. Had to change the hat. Because I got the hat. I look down. Yeah, I've seen that look before. What's up, buddy? Let's do this. Take a sip.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's not as like in your face as a screaming coffee. It's just more so this feeling like disappointment and you're not doing enough, so obviously you have to do more. There's just kind of this leering eyes as you sip the top of this little coffee drip's head. And when you put it back down, he's a little bit smaller, but still staring at you like, just like that.
Did you want me to flirt with her too? By the way, you are gorgeous. So anyway, thank you for the coffee. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You as well. What about you, Eris? What have you been up to?
Eris has been waiting in the line for real food. Just like, no. Yes. Ignoring their cousins completely. Like, no, I don't know who you people are.
Excellent. After fish sticks have been acquired, your turn is up in the line. Joey looks like he is falling asleep every now and then, but wakes up and perks up when he sees you, Eris. Hey, what's up?
Hey, buddy. What do you want to make today?
You know, I've thought about that since the last time I was able to unleash my creativity, dive in pools of water I don't even know about. I think what I would like is to prepare something from the Library of Alexandria. Something special, never before seen, and can only be enjoyed at one time. There will be no repeats.
That sounds perfect.
Excellent.
Thank you.
He opens up a portal, and like you see fire escaping from it, and screams on the other side, and someone yelling, "My books!" And he then grabs this piece of literature that's kind of smoking on the side, and he brushes it off. places it before you, unfolds it, and sprinkles some salt on it.
Salty.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
I think Joey's in platonic love with you.
Enjoy it. I'm sure you will. The last of its kind.
Yes. And Eris would take the food and go and meet with their cousins and be like, y'all got coffee? I got something that can't ever be eaten again. Ha! I win.
Lilith is gonna lean
Maybe
over.
so,
What is
but I
it?
got to watch both of them attempt to flirt.
What?
That just sounds
I
awful.
don't
And
flirt,
and,
ever.
and Lilith is just gonna be drinking the screams. She's gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't me. That was Kiva."
But
Your rabbit switches bodies with you, Lilith.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have an agreement.
Explain.
What?
Well, yeah, I mean, certain people, you know, are going to be more. Do you think I could really pick up as many people as exes as I have?
Yes, you're gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, Actia!
Wait, and she brings her coffee up and then.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, but I really don't have a lot of experience when it comes to, you know, picking people up or anything. Kiva's been around for, I don't know, hundreds of years at least. She has a lot of experience.
And really
in these
been
matters.
around, it sounds like it.
Yeah. And anyway, it just is a lot easier that way.
Do you think Eva would help me?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we made an agreement before. It was kind of like a soul binding thing, you know?
Okay, never mind. I'm good.
I mean, I could see if Kiva has any
That's-
friends, though.
No, I'm okay.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you. This
are you-
is fine.
Are you trying to get Kiva to be your wingman, Actia?
No, no, no. I don't. I have plans.
Do you want to come
Lots
on
of
the
my
date with
friends.
me and the Cobb Squad?
No, they're mean.
There are three of them.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can handle
no.
3 of them. It's just, you know, I'm
Well, I
also
know, but I
willing
La
think
to
la
you're
la
gonna
la
share a
la
little
la
bit.
la 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 la.
I mean, it's friendly to share.
It is
Can
friendly.
we talk
to
about
share,
something else?
But
I will give you.
No.
I will do your homework. I will give you gold if we just talk about something else. Please.
how about you make me up some non-corrosing plant stuff for my metal parts, and I will be happy. And I'll drop it.
Okay, I can do that. Takes a
Okay.
little note in her notebook.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, Lilith is gonna
Anti-corrosion
start like
potion.
Lilith is gonna start leaning over Eris, like leaning over, just really uncomfortably, just kind of leaning over and seeing.
So, what? One of a kind, you say, huh?
How one of it. And Eris is trying to push Lilith away, but she's really like power leaning. What kind of kind? What is it? What is it? What is it, Eris? What is it? Eris, what is it?
it's mine. That's all that matters. I'm not sharing my food with you.
I'm gonna go
You
get in
could've-
line for food.
No. You decided to try and fuck the barista. This is mine.
But I just want to know what it is.
It's something from the Library of Alexandria as it was burning down. It's mine.
To eat library books and everything. I never get to eat library books. She's gonna go over to the food line.
Excellent. Actia, what are you up to?
going over to the food line with the others, just kind of sipping. I'm enjoying offering my coffee to other people and watching them get screamed at.
Yeah, it's very like it wakes people up, but it's very uncomfortable, that whole process.
It's the perfect in between of kindness and pettiness that she strives for.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, as you guys almost get to it, there is a chime of the bell, which indicates that breakfast is done and over and everything needs to close down. These magical barriers erupt between you and Joey, as well as be the barista, as they are whisked away into another dimension. People start exiting the cafeteria as the lights slowly fizzle out and the cafeteria grows dark bit by bit.
Damn it, I'm hungry. Alright, well, what's
library
what's
for
on my
any of us.
schedule right now?
I'm gonna look at the schedule. Free period for both of us, and then healing class. I'm gonna go to the library. Do you want to come?
No. I'm gonna go
Okay.
back to the workshop because I think I have jerky there or something.
Have fun.
Oh, Keen, when
What?
you go back, pass along the thing that I gave you.
Right, this thing. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And
I will pass it along.
and Lilith is gonna head over to the nurse's office. They didn't really settle on a time, but she's gonna figure that kind of same time is.
Yeah, the time for
Relatively-
organs to bees is always.
That's the second embroidery I'm gonna do.
Yes.
Rock
How
out
about you,
agrees with that
Eris?
sentiment.
Eris is gonna head to like the potions lab, just to probably either to help the teacher or just steal supplies.
Well, that's fair. All right, cool. We will head over to Actia first. Enjoying your lovely time. What are all the things you're hoping to do in this this period, Actia?
I'm probably gonna go to the library. I think McSweeney's class, as much as she doesn't want to admit, really got to her. So I think she's gonna try and brush up on some extra credit to impress her for the next class.
More healing arts research.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think so.
Going over to the library, they are these columns with books wrapped all around them that kind of spin slowly over and over, almost kind of like a carousel of books that continuously just go all around. This lovely place is protected and by a particularly short man with a very long beard. This extravagant hair, dark and black, that's kind of reminiscent of Goku in Dragon Ball Z, just kind of sprouting up. A particularly long and mobile neck, almost like a snake, as it just kind of wiggles into your face as you step in, and there is a raised brow, almost like a question mark.
Hello.
Hello, child. How can I help you?
I was just hoping to get some light reading in my free period. Just for fun. Anyone come in? Are there tables?
We can prepare a table for you. You want some light reading. What is the purpose of this?
Extra credit? For fun?
Extra credit for fun. Is it just for fun? You find enjoyment in this?
Yeah, I really want my professor to like me. So I figured this would help.
So the enjoyment comes from the comfort of knowing someone else respects you?
Little bit of that, little bit of the joy of learning, which is what school is all about.
Is it?
Yeah? Said like a question.
I've always found that school is more so the interchanging of different perspectives, the kind of idea that through empathy we are not the center of the universe.
That too.
Mm.
Please, could I come in?
You may come in, child. Sure. Step into the bounds of the library. But I will be with you the whole time. My eyes are on you. These books are meant for those who inquire concerning knowledge. It seems like your journey is a little bit longer than that. It seems like maybe this whole journey is just you trying to find the admiration in someone's eyes, someone's admiration that really should have been filled probably by your familiar or your family, I mean, or maybe even your friends.
I don't have those, firstly. And secondly, isn't that really knowledge anyway? Learning a moral lesson, and I get there by reading these books and then failing.
I think if you read a book, particularly a somber book, one that kind of reveals the nature of war, it doesn't come close to the actual experience of it. There's loss and sadness, there's depression and heartache, and these things can be written down from a perspective, but honestly, to experience it is something else. Have you experienced heartache?
You know, I can just borrow the books and just go sit outside. It's a lovely day.
All right. We can work on that, of course, though I do encourage you to look inwards. You are a little sapling right now, but in time you will be a great oak.
That's nice.
You're welcome.
Books. Books. Gonna start,
Of course.
like, just big step past and just start navigating whatever system they use. Going as fast as you can, and then just skip running outside.
Yeah, it's kind of like these little iPads that are just kind of everywhere on these stands. So you just kind of do a search, you click what you want, and they spin and just kind of light up the section where your book is. It's kind of a weird kind of thing, especially with the archaic feel of this whole place.
All I'm thinking is the closet in, oh my god, the movie that's Emma, but set in the 90s. Clueless. Just her closet in Clueless, right?
Yes. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with that book?
Yeah, just...
And how long do you stay?
I think I'm gonna try and get out of the library as quick as I can, because I'm deeply unsettled. I think I'm gonna see if there's any that's like an intersection between plants and healing to use already gained knowledge in a different direction. And sort of run outside, find a nice willow or a birch, sit down and just start taking some handwritten notes. I think I'm gonna try and do what I, as like an academic, have always wanted to do, and read, and then just have a quill, like, copying down my notes beside me so I don't have to switch between typing notes and reading.
Oh, that is perfect. And inside every cover, kind of stamped on it to prevent theft, is a picture of the librarian staring at you, kind of looking at his clock every now and then. So, I don't know if you're an anxious person, but
fun.
just for be reminded of that. All right, so why don't you give me a check for this research?
Cool. My mind isn't that great, but I'll see what I've got. So I have... yeah, my mind is a 4. And then I don't really have any other skills related. Oh, I have a skill called psychometry or psychometry. So basically, if
Ooh.
I touch something which has like intense psychic residue on it, if it's been used during an important or traumatic moment, I like experience that moment and those emotions and that knowledge. It's quite useful for studying.
Ooh. Yeah. Go ahead and roll it.
Cool. So I've got
This might
plus
become
4
something
mind,
very
plus
interesting.
7 psychometry. 7, 14, 18. Yes, maths.
Excellent. So what does this look like as you're trying to psychically get these impressions?
So this isn't, it's less of a skill and more just of, I think, an inherited thing that she really, really didn't like using a lot, but growing up she's kind of learned how to harness it to her own advantage, and so she's definitely a little bit unsettled, like shivers a little bit as she picks up the book and just kind of like goes into the first person moment of whoever was holding that and like has their knowledge and their thoughts and their emotions. And then it's kind of like, have you ever disassociated for 20 minutes and it felt like 3? That, but
Yeah, oh.
she's, yeah, to anyone else it just looks like she's staring into space.
Yeah. Looking through it, you get these amazing psychic impressions, an individual with this kind of short, bowl-like blonde hair with a single black strand to their right. These enchanting eyes, which are kind of like these almost purplish violets, just kind of these different feels of purple, staring down at this book and writing into it several notes and such. This person kind of flips through the book very rapidly, and you can see several of the pages start to shift. The words and everything mold into something that looks like this egg with little eyes peering out of it, a little smile on its face. And this person says, "Eureka! The power to raise the dead." And you are back into this world, the land of the living, or the present, who's to say? But before you now, the book holds knowledge that was hidden from you. Revealed.
Okay, in the deep end. Nice, cool. What is necromancy if not healing slightly late?
Exactly. And with that, as a dark cloud hangs over Actia's head for this very important moment, while studying, of course, we're going to head on over to Eris. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Swell.
I'm not terrified.
Right. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. So you're going over to potions class, yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. What do you imagine the potions class to be like?
I kind of imagine it to be like, I know how lots of people think it'll be like Harry Potter, like the dungeony thing. No, I'm imagining like it's like up a tall tower because gases are a thing, with like very open, like bright windows. It's all light, and it's almost like a chemistry lab. So it's set up with desks. Each desk has like its own cauldron and everything, but it's like stations rather than stations and rows rather than anything else, that the teacher would be able to make sure nothing goes too far exploding.
Yeah.
Not that.
There's like these buttons nearby everything, which are like these little flowers you just kind of press into the wall, which in terms of safety, which kind of encloses that environment up into a ball and then shoots it out as far as possible away from the tower, just in case something bad happens. You don't want the rest of the the school to get into that. But yeah, there it is. The individual who is ahead of this class has these super thick framed glasses. Super. But yeah, what are you up to, Eris?
Eris is gonna slip into the class and just have a look around before either, like, if there's a class in, they're just gonna like walk past a lot of the people and look to see what ingredients they might want and make a mental list as they go to like one of the stations and take a seat.
Yeah, they're all
Just
kind
like-
of as you walk in, the teacher is saying, kind of hunched over the podium. So today we are learning about the splitting of an atom. All right. Science has kind of gotten to the point to do this, but we have been able to do it for some time, even past it. We had the forethought maybe not to do it, but it is important for you to learn how, just in case. So if everyone can get your wands, preferably a scalpel, and please wear gloves. As everyone's kind of moving about, getting the various equipment items.
As people are moving about getting the equipment, Eris is going to be like grabbing the ingredients that they want. They don't care about this class. Like, this is not actually one of their classes. They're just here to steal supplies because they have shit that they want to make. Possibly moonshine.
Oh, that's fair.
No one really knows.
But probably moonshine.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So they have like metal such devices as well, and uranium, and all the special things that go onto that whole process.
Eris would also probably steal like a little bit of the uranium. That's just for
That
fun.
makes sense. Yeah. Who wouldn't like a vial of uranium just off to the side?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
They
All
probably
right, so why don't
also
you,
see the lecturer and just kind of give them a nod, like the lecturer
Yeah.
knows what's going on. Oh,
Excellent. Yeah, it's kind of like, all right. Thanks for coming.
thanks for top ups.
Excellent. As
Do you
you
want
step
delivery?
on out. Go ahead.
Do you want the delivery this week or next week?
Let's go with next week. I think after this, I'll probably have to talk to the board about some of my education stuff. So I want to keep it under the radar, if that's okay.
No problem.
You're the best.
It'll be on.
Thank
It'll
you.
be in your cubby. Bye.
Ah. And as you leave, one of the kids like raises their hand, like, "Why are you laughing?" "Don't worry about it, child. Don't worry about it." The door closes behind you, and before you are two shadowy figures, muscular. We're talking about like jacked six-pack abs, a long cape. One is carrying a kind of this estoc, a very swordsman-like sword. The other seems to be carrying a dagger as well as a gun, just off to the side. Of course, they are tiny, these being squirrels, as they look up at you.
Gentlemen.
One of them pulls out a cigar from their jacket, lights it up. Hey. Eris, right?
Maybe. Depends who's asking.
You had a meeting with the Queen, and the Queen suggested something that might help you in your endeavors, and the Queen, in her infinite wisdom, would like to know when you will meet again. They kind of penciled you in for later that day, and you didn't show up, though we understand that this was an assumption on our part.
Oh. I wasn't able to get the thing to show that I was worthwhile to have an audience with the Queen. However, I might possibly be able to do that at some point today.
All right.
I have been
well,
trying. It's complicated.
If you need animal friends to help create said outfits, we are generally pretty skilled with such things. It never looks as good as it does in the movies, though. But we do try. It's kind of a side hustle.
What sort of payment would you like if you would be able to make something for me?
I would like to be in your shoes, in your skin, to wear it for a single day.
That sounds like fun.
I think it would be. You would get this ripped body to do as you please for a whole day, and I'll get to live a life as a magical person in a school for college of some sort. It's been a dream of mine ever since I was a little walnut.
I could get you your own magical body.
This piques my interest. You perhaps sell magical bodies for us to inhabit?
I can do a special deal.
We're listening. Squeak, squeak.
How many bodies would you like? And are there
One
any
flesh
preferences
suit.
on style?
Yes. One flesh suit will do, preferably one that can not dunk on a American established basketball hoop, but one that could do a layup.
Okay. I'll get to that for you.
Excellent. When shall we next meet?
Tonight?
Excellent. We will meet in your room at midnight, right before the yawning of the moon.
Okay. Perfect. Now Eris is going through a list of people in their head to be like, who can I turn into a squirrel flesh suit?
Yeah, and the other squirrel is looking at the kind of bigger squirrel and is like, so is that like 9 o'clock? It's like, yes, 9 o'clock. PM, of course. Good luck, Eris. We'll be watching. The cloak twirls as the little rodents dash off into a corner and then slither out of your sight.
Eris is going to head towards Lilith's room. Lilith has a whole host of people that aren't needing their bodies anymore.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. So as you're heading off over there, we will come back to you a little bit later, but we will shine on over to Joaquin Perry!
I don't know why you say my name that way, but sure. What's up?
I don't know what it... I don't know. Cool.
So
all right.
Joaquin has gone back to the workshop and is like furiously scrubbing their face and hands trying to get the green goo off, and it's just not coming off. And
yeah. You feel some shifting on your head. It seems like Squat is doing something. Yeah, as you you push over several like cabinets and like even a love chair kind of falls off your head onto the floor.
What are you doing in there?
Setting up shop, really. How do you do that? Yeah, set up shop, really.
Okay. So, but like, I did not expect a cabinet to fall out of my hat. Like, don't you have a?
Well,
is there a door?
Yeah, there's a door. You just gotta knock on it, so it's not really our fault. We're very busy, okay?
How's the 9 to 5 going?
It's okay. Really just gotta get a 401k and try to find a worthwhile percentage in mind that kind of works for us long term. We're currently negotiating the bank for a better financing term, maybe even refinance in the second quarter.
Yeah. I mean, eventually it will be not a portal in my hat, right?
It might expand into something more.
Okay, if you need help finding another location, let me know. By the way,
No, the rent here is pretty good.
I'm sure it is. However, this lives on my head, and you gotta be, polite to your neighbor.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we forgive you for knocking over our cabin, but hey, bridge under the water, so to speak.
And I forgive you for scaring the hell out of me this morning and giving me green spots all over myself.
Okay, that's my bad. Yeah, you're right. I see where I'm wrong. That's our bad.
Yeah.
So sorry about that.
So, anyway, my cousin asked me to have you review this and see if this contract would be to your liking because she would really like to meet you.
Okay,
So
cool. Was this written by a lawyer? And where are they credited in? What state?
It was written by a lawyer. They are currently getting their accreditation back in this state. However, they are currently in the form of a gerbil. It makes it a little bit difficult.
Yeah, that makes things difficult. Okay, we'll look over the contract. Yeah, we'll get back to you at the end of the day. All right.
As in tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Do you understand linear time?
Yeah, it goes forward. I got this. All right.
Okay.
Hey, good chat. I feel like we all learned something here. So, if you don't mind, I want to use the restroom here. So.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put you down over here.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Thank you.
I need a new hat. I feel dirty now.
What?
I'm also really not feeling that good about the date that I've got coming up with the Cobb Squad. I wonder if I can manufacture an accident. Because they're assholes, and I only did the flirty thing so that I wouldn't have to fight them, because I'm a lover, not a fighter.
True. All right. Nonetheless, they are eagerly awaiting for you tonight. There's even talks so instead of like a message board or a forum for everyone to chat on, the inside walls usually have these little cork boards where you can touch and you kind of send a message for everyone to see. And there's been lots of talk about the Cobb Squad might have a new member, and they're very excited for this.
Oh, a new member. That's okay. I'm not joining that dumb squad. However, I guess I'll try to like make the splatters into some kind of weird design on my head and make it look like it's on purpose, since I'm currently not wearing a hat because I now feel really weird about it. I need to find him a better home.
Yeah, and like this was the first time furniture has ever popped out of your head.
Yeah. Am I
but
bleeding?
it should be good. No. I mean, they're very
It
light.
didn't fall on
It's
me.
very
Okay.
small. Yeah, it's just kind of.
Once I hear the flush from my hat, I'll take the cabinet and I'll tuck it back in my hat.
Tuck it back in.
Are you decent? Are you decent?
Yeah, I'm
cabinet
decent.
here.
Okay,
here
cool.
you
I'm just
go.
gonna put that bed. Hey, I might bring
What up?
a lady friend here tonight, if that's okay. Ruby.
I'm just not gonna wear the hat today, and I will check in with you
Okay.
tomorrow. Don't
All
make a
right.
mess in there.
All right. See you then.
Or if you do,
Okay,
keep it on
well,
your
we
side
won't.
of the portal. Okay.
Yeah, of
bye.
course.
Have fun.
All right. Bye.
I need to hammer something. I'm gonna go hammer something. Or try to.
What are you going?
I don't know. Just something.
What are you going to work on?
We probably need like some gem powder or some other component, and I'm sure that I have something like that, so I'll just be like chipping away at it. My wand turns into a miner's axe, and I just go through the process of breaking something down, totally making a lot of noise, but not really caring because I'm in the workshop, and so if people show up, they should expect noise.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. So as you're hammering away, there is a knock coming from the entrance of the workshop. You recognize a particularly blue individual, one of the cop squad.
Tilly? Sorry, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
No,
terrible
it's okay.
with names. Sorry about that.
No, we're
Anyway,
fine. We're fine.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that we were wearing similar things.
Oh, honey, I
for
don't do
the
matchy
date?
matchy.
Okay.
No.
Well, all right. Well, what are you going to wear?
Clean clothes.
And where are you taking us?
We were going to meet out by the lake and have a picnic.
Excellent. I love that. Very retro, nostalgic, you know.
Yes.
Is there a reason this conversation is awkward?
The conversation is awkward in that I am a little distracted. Because you just look so good right now in that light. It's just, it takes my words away.
I appreciate the flattery. And so, thus, I will leave you to your hammering all alone, since you seem to be very...
I mean, if you want to keep me company, or is this some other weird double entendre, which I'd totally be down for, except I'm not expecting it right now in a classroom. Well, workshop, whatever.
I wouldn't mind. I don't really have anything else going on, so why don't I sit by you, and I will watch you hammer this contraption doohickey or whatever you're doing, and maybe we can talk and enjoy each other's company.
I am making gem powder right now, so it's kind of an important component for different alchemical potions and stuff. And yeah.
Excellent. Well, I look
by
forward
the
to
way,
it.
what's this talk about a new member?
Oh yeah. So I mean, obviously, if things go well, we might bring you into the cop squad.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in joining the Cobb squad.
That's fair. We would still like to offer the position and tell you more about it.
I mean, so it's essentially you eat Cobb salad, right?
That's only a very small part of the Cobb squad, okay?
Why don't you give me a primer so don't go into this blind?
Well, we want to see if you're good material first before we offer said primer. So why don't you be patient? We will enjoy ourselves tonight on our little date, and then afterwards, if things mesh and we enjoy each other's companies, we can talk about the Cobb squad.
I feel like this is a test I'm going to fail. Which is fine. I don't mind spending time in the company of pretty ladies.
Honestly, the best tests are those whose end result is not a pass or a fail. And we like to consider ourselves best.
Sure. So anyway,
Don't worry about it. Just hammer away. My speciality?
Like magically.
Well, I'm kind of like a badass in terms of swordplay, weaving magic and such along with the swordplay.
You have my interest.
Yeah, so I basically use the elements to reflect weapons that I am familiar with, and I deal out justice in a very fun and engaging way, very close quarters combat when class is almost like gym class, a lot of sweating and such.
Right. That is intriguing. So do you have an arsenal of weaponry or an armory?
Of course. Yes, I do.
So
we make
like
agreements with elements.
So for me, I'm a tinkerer. That's what I do. I'm good with my hands. And so I take my hammer and and now it's a wrench. And now it's a screwdriver. And, a tool for every circumstance. I am not a tool, but I am the master of them.
If I would like, I could summon a double-edged scythe, quite larger than me, but because it's made out of air, it's quite light. Can cut through most things.
Very cool.
Yes, I mean, I love it. There's nothing quite like getting close to the opponent, fighting them, and there's something very intimate about it.
Sure. And that would explain the whole willingness to duel me.
Yes, I was hoping.
Well, truth be told, I'm better at fixing things than destroying them. So, I'm glad that we found a medium.
Me too. I am looking forward to tonight.
Cool. Well, I don't know what you have to do to get ready, but I need to finish this assignment. Otherwise, I am going to not pass a certain class, and I would like to.
Yeah, well, Medi Petty, then spa time, massage, And I think I'm gonna watch Love Actually before tonight too with my girls. So yeah,
All
I'll
right.
see you then.
See
All right,
you then.
bye.
Bye. And I make
And
up my
she
mind at
steps
that
out.
moment. I am not meeting those girls. Nope. Not doing it.
All right, so we will head on over to Lilith. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty well. Intrigued by all of the happenings, but heading over to the school nurse to learn more about.
So the school, yeah,
To work on the to work on the bees.
yeah. So as you come to the kind of medical wing of the school, kind of like the infirmary and such, you can see that the door has been shattered open, and there is kind of like a nice film of blood on the floor, as well as kind of red droplets coming from the ceiling.
Oh. School nurse? School. Did you explode?
Kind of the blood away is the school nurse giving you a little wave. Hello.
Oh, there you are. And like as soon as she sees the nurse, she's just gonna like doesn't worry about the blood or anything like that. Just kind of trots in. Oh, I thought you exploded. That would have been really upsetting.
Yeah, that's let me fix this. And like all the blood coalesces into a college student, and then they slam their hands shut, and it's one of your like fellow students like shivering on the table because of sweat or anything else shaking. And the nurse goes up and pats the college student's head and hands over a lollipop. So everything seems fine. I looked through everything. Everything's back in its place. If you need me again or want to come back and check out your health again, please do not hesitate to return. Enjoy the lollipop. It is you flavor. All right, goodbye. And just kind of wheels said patient out and closes the door. So, Lilith.
Yes, I'm back from my work study. About the bees. The bees.
The bees. Yes, we have quite an endeavor trying to shift one's creature's blood into the creature for another. One might even wonder maybe bees come from organs.
Well,
Maybe.
according to my research that I've done, I believe we can transform organs into bees, and then the organ bees could use the body as a nest. It would be kind of a closed structure, as it were. I mean, closed in terms of a living space. They would have to go get pollen from the flowers still, but then they would return and build the honey inside of the body.
I like this. Yes, I think this might help with my dissertation, or at least provide me tenure again. Recently, I was kind of disembarred from the medical field, as well as lost my teaching qualifications for some of the, like they said, mistakes in scientific research, really magical research. But no one really gets it that sometimes you mess up. And sometimes some college
horrifying.
students have 3 heads. Yes, isn't it?
Well, 3 does seem better than 1.
It is. I thought so. Lilith, I think if you continue to assist me, you will have a wonderful career, albeit a poor one, because it will be short, but the most beautiful things are short.
It's true, it's true. Most of my animal friends are quite short indeed. Although I haven't endeavored to make a giraffe yet, so I would like to think it would be a very beautiful one.
It would be lovely. Any case. we have a few students who will be coming in for their annual checkup. I think this is a good time to experiment on said bees. They did fill out the paperwork. It was just in very small print and also written in Comic Sans, so no one takes it seriously. But nonetheless, it is a legally binding document.
Wonderful. And as I imagine, there's a brief moment in which the nurse turns around, and when he turns back, Lilith already has like the shoulder length rubber gloves on, and like putting on the hazmat suit and everything. So mask on.
So when are the students supposed to be coming in?
Oh, any minute now. Let me see. Nurse then opens the door and grabs a random student walking down the street or the hallway and reels it in, putting said student into a chair. So that our first individual who would like to have their organs turned to bees. Or bees into organs.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Oh, yes,
Lilith,
yes.
you... As much, Lilith, as I delight in this moment, I do like to warn you that this is a very sociopathic, maybe even dark tunnel that we're heading down. And I love your enthusiasm, but do be sure this is where you want to go.
Well, you know, I only have 42 exes right now, but they're all still very close with me, in that I keep them in my room. Well, no, Steve did escape. He's a half spider human now. He's running
are you
wild, really, on
speaking? You speaking of the man spider?
Yes.
Haunts in the
Yes,
night
I
at
know.
school, looking over at the students. Quite a devilish creature.
With those eyes. Those eyes.
Yes.
Oh,
Mirror-like, almost
the
reflecting your soul. You created such a creature.
I did. Well, I created him initially as the spider, and then just moderately uncreated him, just a smidge. But the rest of them, we've got gerbils and mice, and I've only fed 3 of them to, some of my other exes.
Yes, of course.
When they didn't do what I told them to do.
Yeah. Let me
It serves
provide
as
you
a
a
good warning
cautionary.
to the rest.
Yes. Let me provide you a cautionary tale. Miss Lilith? Yes. I think I will call you Miss Lilith if that is what you would like to be called. Is that fine?
Oh, that's fine.
Excellent. Miss Lilith, there was once an individual who was quite capable with their hands. They used their hands to create these contraptions, almost like life. To them, they were a god. Unfortunately, the difference between godhood and parenthood is similar, but in some stratospheres vastly different. Most people find themselves into parenthood despite wanting to be a god. Now, these little creatures that this person created, they of course saw this person as a god. People are more willing to destroy and kill a god more so than they would kill their parents. And you see, by the end of it, they had taken apart the god and became god themselves.
I see. Were their organs made of bees, though?
I don't think in this particular tale, more like gears and the like.
Yes. Well, I don't think they would have been able to take the god apart if their organs were made of bees.
It's true. Bees are harder to grab onto. Excellent. Let's do your magic and let's see how we can perfect it. Go on with it.
All right. Let's see.
Roll for bees. Roll for bees.
Yeah, what would a good roll for bees be?
I mean, you could do like mind or soul, depending on if it's more magical or like scientific. For the skill, I'll leave that to you. Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I could do knowledge, anything animal related. Bees are animals for the most part.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. That's
All
perfect.
right, so let's see what happens. Let's see. And again, this is just the first. This is the first bees. So and before she actually starts casting the magic, she'd lean real close to the student who's been listening to all of this, I'm sure, and just ask.
Yeah, he's like,
So,
what?
what's your name?
Timothy?
Timothy. Do you like bees? Oh, good.
No.
It'll be a 15 in total for bees. Rolled a 15 for bees.
Rolled 15 for bees. I think that's most appropriate. As you, what does your spell look like?
So what she would do is she still has Kiva on her. She would gently set Kiva on the ground, and she would just start like doing like as if she's summoning a dark bee-filled circle between her hands, and as she's doing this, then the bees become more tangible, and then she just like puts her hand against the student's chest and just waits for the sound of buzzing.
Listening. Ears perked. Zzz. and you see like the little like this person's belly start to move and everything as if little tiny bees were just beyond the skin.
Nurse, I think it's working. I think the bees are happening.
Yes, I see. Nothing is better than this. The idea of transformation from one thing to the other, life recreated. You've helped me a lot, Lilith. By helping, I mean you did this in my stead. The blight to my soul is set upon you and not me. My soul is untouched. Lilith, you, and I hope you understand this comes from the deepest parts of my heart. You are beautiful in the most biblical sense.
From my understanding, that's also terrifying.
It can be. It can be.
So
In any case.
Out of curiosity, I'd never actually thought about this, but in the meta, organs to bees: student alive, student dead, conscious, unconscious. Because within the realm of the game, there's also a possible, like, I imagine too, just like student could just get up and just have bees living in him now. Like,
yeah,
bees go out, bees come in, bees go out, like.
Yeah, I think since we're not going, we are scraping the side of the weird and horrific. We won't go all the way for horrific. So yes, this person is indeed alive. Science allows bees to live in you. Yeah, if you don't believe me, then look up science. Yeah, exactly.
So she's gonna back away and be like,
Timothy, how do you feel?
Hiccups and out comes like a little bee.
Wonderful! You're soon going to be filled with the sweet, sweet nectar of honey.
Another bee like cuts out, and the nurse kind of just like pushes such student on his little like the wheelchair that he has, and out onto the hallway and closes the door. Lilith. I don't think I'll tell you now, but I will tell you later.
Well, that was just one
Don't
student.
be worried about it. Yes.
Imagine we could turn more students into hives. We could turn
Yes.
organs into wasps and spiders, and I mean, we could go for bigger things too.
Yes, we could. Slowly but surely unlocking something even more terrifying and beautiful. Yes. I like it. Lilith, you have performed remarkably during this work study. If you may, I would like
Thank
some
you.
moments alone. So I suggest you run back to your room. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon until you have classes again. You have been remarkable,
She's just gonna-
Lilith.
Thank you.
She's gonna pick up Kiva and just wander off.
Excellent. All right, so we are going to take a quick break, grab some more coffee, grab some more tea, grab some more screaming coffee, and stick around for the last hour of Morra, Ravenswood. Hello, and welcome back to the witchiest of times. As we are enjoying ourselves in the magical school. We've had quite an interesting morning. I like how every episode begins with a lovely breakfast, and then the escapades just kind of trickle down into insanity after that. Last we left off, Eris had stolen uranium and had a confrontation with squirrels. Actia enjoyed some interesting revelation concerning something that could raise the dead. King Perry talked with their tenant, who resides upon their brow. As well as maybe flirted, kind of unconfirmed. As no, not flirted, just some playful banter. And Lilith turned organs into bees, providing the much-needed medical assistance that the school desperately needs. So there's only a small amount of time before they are hopping over to support the supportless. Your healers class special with your dear, lovely Sweeney. But we kind of drift on over to Eris and Lilith, as Eris, I believe, is looking for some flesh meat suit. And Lilith, you have kind of like a reprieve, some time off. So why wouldn't you go back to your lovely abode? If anything, you don't want to be wandering the hallways, just in case the man spider is out and about. And thank you, Raiders, Nemiria Streams. It's rating with 5. Hey, Anna, and welcome to the show. You have a very particular... This is going to be great. Just stick around. Sorry, go ahead, Lilith.
No.
Or Eris.
So Lilith would be in her room, and again, she's kept her room pretty closed off, but she's just in there. I imagine Eris knows that she's in there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
She cracks the door open. Oh, she cracked the door open.
What?
can I get your
do you
least
want?
favorite X, please?
What do you want them for?
I need to turn them back into a human, but remove their essence so that a squirrel can inhabit their body. Otherwise, a squirrel wants to inhabit my body, and I ain't here for that. So I'm using one of your scapegoats.
What kind of squirrel?
A night squirrel. They need the X needs to be tall. I think
Does the squirrel have good abs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to
She just
I'm
shut
trying
the
to make friends with the queen squirrel.
And then from behind the door, you hear just some rumbling, some crashing. Is that the sound of a lion roaring? Some more rumbling, some more crashing. And then Lilith reemerges and cracks open the door, sneaks out, and then shuts the door again, and then pulls out of her pocket.
Okay. So we should get away from the door.
And so she's gonna go over to closer by where the plants are.
Okay. So this, I don't even know if you met him. This would have been, back before we got here. This was during one of the breaks back in high school. Anyway, point is, this is Leopold.
And she's gonna open her hands. And at this point, Leopold is a centipede.
Okay.
When she opens her hand, Leopold is just going in circles and trying to get off, and then she she doesn't smash him, but she smacks him. And then he looks sad as a centipede can look.
Leopold, I told you, stop it. Anyway, he's been getting a little frisky lately, and despite how many times I've told him that I would feed him to Georgia, just he's stopped listening, and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, he used to be an MMA fighter, so I think he would work for you.
Perfect.
MMA style.
Thank
I don't think he ever actually joined or anything like that, but he always had big stories, and she kind of just hands him over.
Perfect. I'm gonna go and remove his soul. I just need his body.
So, what happens with the soul after it's gone? Do you know?
I'm gonna put it in a bottle. Would you like it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
And then we're giving the body to the squirrels so that then I can potentially become friends with the queen squirrel to then pull a massive prank.
Okay.
You know how we
And
said we
she's
wanted
just-
to turn everybody into... I didn't tell you that one, did I?
No, but I think I like the sound of it. She starts going back to her room, and then she spins around. She's like, "Oh, anyway, my finder's fee for the body. Whenever you hand the body over, make sure to tell the squirrel who apprehends the body to come find me later." And then she goes back in her, creeps back in her room and shuts the door.
I feel like I was talking
Eris.
to a bunny there.
Eris, what communication device do you have that people would use if they wanted to reach you?
Eris probably has like a very shiny like opal that they've enchanted to be like a seeing stone. Just because
There's
it's shiny.
Yeah. There's a ring on your spherical phone.
Okay. Like a physical ring?
Like someone's trying to get in touch with you, like a ring ring.
Oh, okay.
Or like however your pearl like kind of represents that.
Eris would like tap it with their elbow, like, yeah.
Are you trying to muscle me? Now, you listen to me, you smooth-talking son of a gun. Let me lay it on the line for you and your boss, Lilith. I will never back down. I don't care how many small critters you make come out of the woodwork. Let me tell you something, my friend. I'm gonna make so much trouble for you, you won't know what hit you.
Stephen, I'm going to step
This
on
isn't
you.
Stephen. Okay.
I'm
This isn't
going to
Stephen.
step on you. I'm gonna have an army of squirrels fight me, fucko. And Eris is gonna like kick this stone just so it turns up.
Yeah. Excellent.
Like, I'm not fucking dealing with you. I've got shit to do.
Rolling on. We will say as everyone comes together, kind of before class and everything, because you guys got some money to reinvest into a space here on campus for you guys all to live together, surprisingly by your own family members, supposedly, except for Eris, of course, who is alone. But because of magic and everything, all the renovations and such can be completed within a few hours. So let's say kind of like as you guys are prepping for your next class, that all these changes occur pretty much to your specifications. Time is sped up, and you see all these. Perry, Joaquin, you will recognize these creatures as the same thing as squat. They are running around very fast, and then they just kind of disappear into little hovels. But yeah, why don't you go around and describe kind of what this place now looks like and what your room and doors look like, and just kind of the general feel.
Okay, so it looks kind of like a hostel. So the building itself has a big open greeting area. There is a reading section. There is a little bit of a bar. There are several tables set up, and there is clearly some double doors that head out into an expanded area. And that has the initials WP over it. And so this is Joaquin's area. It opens up with pull apart double doors because, you know, you gotta save space. So it's on those like farm doors on casters. And in Joaquin's workshop, there is a loft, and up in the loft area is their bed. And then there is a workshop with pegboards everywhere, and every sort of tool is outlined on the pegboard. Everything is meticulously in its place. There is a pile of pre-shaved wood shavings. There is a mini kiln, and then there are 3 big canisters of junk. And they're in canisters, so it's not like it's spread all over the place, but it's junk. Cogs, springs, random scrap metal, a couple of weird bottles that glow in various colors. So yeah, it's a big magic workshop. There are a couple of lamps with glowing jellyfish in it. They go from green to blue. Yeah. And so that is my room, my workshop.
Heck yeah. All right, who's next?
All right, well, I can go. So nobody has nobody in the fam has seen Lilith's room, and she actually never, you know, gets ready in the bathroom or anything like that. But if they were to go into her room, what they would see as the door swings open, there is this really plush bed with, like, you know, a canopy above with all these like draperies and stuff. And then the main focus of the room, there's like there are all these mirrors at different angles, and there's this huge makeup station table thing, and with like there are lights, ring lights, vanity lights. There's like all the different makeups organized and like in these little floating jars that are just like right there at the right angle and stuff. And there's different little terrariums along the side, but a lot of the animals are kind of just out, and they're dressed with little bow ties, kind of scurrying about doing things that Lilith wants them to do. And a lot of times when she's in her room, you know, some of them have little little leaf fans, so that they can leaf fan her. And, you know, some will like read her books and things like that if she's in the mood for that sort of a thing. Some will join her for little tea parties and things like this. It's just a grand time. It's a grand time. And then she has like racks with all of her hats and all of her, you know, a nice big wardrobe with all of her outfits. And among that, all of the creatures, just with their bow ties.
I love it, and I want it. Maybe one day. All right, almost Faye or Am? Soon.
I think Actia's room is like, it's when you go in, the walls suddenly change from whatever they were made out of to just hardwood. There's like a beautiful crocheted rug on the floor, and her bed is sort of not actually a bed, but like these branches are coming out of the walls, and it's just like a big branch that's sort of hollowed out, so it's kind of like inside. A mattress has been squished in an oval shape inside the branch. And they also make up like a little chair, and it's naturally shaped into these bookshelves on one side. And one of the walls is just like basically just big glass windows for a little balcony to kind of see the rest of that's opened out onto the wood bit of the campus. And then the other side is just another glass wall, but just condensation because it's a little greenhouse.
I like it. Does your window to the outside show any other like housing places, or is it just kind of green grass and distant rolling hills?
Yeah, I think she has like a little blackout curtain that she can use, but I think part in an act of her own like self-judgment, you can see the quarters in the woods from her room. Sometimes you just like stare at it and just think things.
Perfect. All right, Eris.
Eris's room is like, when you go into it, it looks like really big and open, and then you realize like everything that they use is kind of in a corner. So they have like a hammock instead of a bed because that is a goal. And like everything seems to be in this corner. Like it's a big room. On the opposite side from their bed is a potion setup. And the reason that it's a big room is so that if anything goes boom, it's not at their bed. And that's really about it. They have like a desk set up somewhere, and they actually have a lot of things that are like overhead, like monkey bars. And when they get bored, they're just going to be hanging upside down, like writing in a notebook on one of the monkey bars just to annoy Keen.
Excellent. And together, what's your common space look like? What's the kind of the kitchen? Do you guys each have your own restrooms, or is there one you guys have to share? Is there a kind of
Definitely
hangout
shared
spot?
restroom vibes.
Every college, yeah,
No.
that's fair.
Yeah.
There is a shared restroom, but I think Eris would have one in their room just to be an arsehole. Because they're like, no, I know
Yeah.
my cousins. I need my own space.
Secret
they will
busy
take up,
in my
like-
workshop.
Yeah,
Right.
like they will take up the bath, like the shared bath, just to be an arsehole, but they do have their own, it's just secret.
I almost feel
Fair.
like Joaquin has a restroom in their workspace. Eris has a restroom in their own room, but like takes up the bath just to do it. Lilith probably has a bathroom in her own space just to do it. And then Actia thinks there's a shared bathroom that everyone has to share and is very conscientious about how short of an amount of time she's in there just to like not be upsetting everybody.
This is just me in college though, because all of my roommates didn't like slept in till midday, and I was always like, I can't use the bathroom for too long, but they were never awake to use it.
It's like, man, I hope I'm not taking it away from them. Look outside and they're all sleeping. Okay. All right, what else does this place look like?
I think
You
Actia's
guys-
probably taken over the kitchen a bit with like, there's definitely like little glass jars labeled with every ingredient. She's very much like zero waste, no plastic packaging, doing her best to kind of, and then like try to keep track of all the groceries, and then when people don't like write down everything they used, she gets really annoyed about it.
There is a Keen Fix-It list.
Oh,
on,
yeah.
on the wall. Like there's a blackboard that says Keen Fix-It. And that is what they contribute to the household, is fixing things. But there is a different set of tools for fixing things in the dorm house versus the workshop. And so there's a little tool chest under the blackboard.
Eris would keep the bar like fully stocked, but not with like alcohol, more with potions. And they have like a spinning roulette wheel that you spin, and whichever one you land on, that's the potion you're to take. And you have no idea what's in this thing. It could be fun. They also they definitely have like a snack cupboard somewhere.
See, the snack cupboard though, is it hidden or is it for everybody?
No,
that's always important for.
No, that is hidden. They just constantly come out with like snacks, and it's like just from nowhere. It's like, you're not taking them from me.
No, I feel like
is that Pocky? Why do you have Pocky?
I
know a guy.
No, I feel like in the main living space, I love the idea of it being, very hostile like over there, but probably a couch facing, a TV or whatever the magic equivalent is esque, but also huge, like a really big squishy stuffed animal that Lilith sits in, like surrounded by a pile of stuffed animals that she just like, if she goes over there, she just like she sits down and just like disappears into it, where she'll sit and play video games, and then there's also like little animal toys just like all over the floor, just all over the floor, like
Lilith and Actia have. I feel like Lilith and Actia have a co-op Stardew Valley farm together.
Oh yes, yeah.
It's like there's a giant like plushy Snorlax.
Oh my god, I want one of those.
Our university's version of a Snorlax that we all like fight over to chill on.
Yeah.
It's the living space is just filled with stuffed animals. It's just there's stuffed animals everywhere.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
there's a knock.
Clockwork stare. That's mine.
And a ball pit.
There is a knock on the doorway. On your chamber door.
I'll go answer.
Excellent. There is a man on the other side. Your height, but like with hair that seems to just drag on forever. It's got piles of like candy wrappers and such wrapped up into it as it's dragging on the ground. Has the perfect eyeliner. It's astonishing. The perfect wings and everything. It's just kind of like wow. And wearing the school uniform, which no one really wears. It's not necessary, but there is one. So kind of like the jacket with a tie and then like the kind of violet pants. Yes. I was told by hello. I was told by Professor McSweeney that your class has been cancelled. So first, bad news. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were going to say you're our new roommate. That's so much better. Sorry, continue.
No. I am the RA actually. For this section, we haven't really met.
Good.
I've been dreadfully busy. But in any case, if you need me, I am several doors down to the left. Regardless, we wanted to tell you about a slight fun activity that we're doing tonight. Everyone on this floor, we are going out to the normies.
Wait, like non-magic?
Wait, like
people?
Is he talking
Yes.
about freaking the Mondays?
I think so.
Yes, that sounds about right. Yes, the individuals who pay their taxes, work 9 to 5, hooty ha da la la la, those sorts of people. So we like to go into town. Yes, do try to be normal. Don't attract too much attention. We do this pretty much every couple of weeks. There is a nice small town not too far from here, a lovely bar, as well as a lovely tea shop, which I like to mix between the two. There is, of course, karaoke and dancing, and as part of the ritual for all newcomers, you are expected to participate in said karaoke. But it's just going to be a good time, and we would really love it if you would all join us.
I mean, I'm definitely coming. Are you guys also in the living area? Can you hear this conversation?
I have a date with Squirrel Queen.
Lilith was creeping right behind Actia, so she was listening to this, and she comes running back out with just a small terrarium. So she comes running back out carrying it. She's like,
Oh yes, yes, I will be there.
Excellent.
Hey.
Will you be taking the terrarium with you?
Full disclosure,
that's
she is going
probably
to try and turn a human into an animal, probably.
Why would you say that?
Okay. So we would advise you to not do that, of course. We like to keep a very low profile, and we like to just have fun. No magic is allowed at this particular town, okay? It just works out for the better for all of us.
She turns around and goes back to her room.
Wait, Lilith.
What?
Look at me. I'm someone who can't use magic. I like to pay for things with money and use electronics.
Shut up, Actia.
Not yet.
Someone.
So she'll go return the terrarium and then come back.
Yes.
Oh,
All right. Well, in about an hour and a half is when we'll be departing. And I look forward to seeing all outside. We will be taking the school bus.
I want
there's a
to
bus?
go up to him before he leaves, so that's my intention.
All right.
Hey, so when you say it's just our floor, like, does that encompass a group called the Cobb Squad?
Yes, it does.
Shit. Okay. Can I pay to not be there?
Not really. No, really, the currency that's the most important is your presence. So, I would encourage you to join us. I would like to get to know everyone on our floor.
I mean, I'd like to get to know you too. It's just that I'm trying to avoid them.
Well, it will be a long year if you're trying to avoid them. If you want my advice, I say you go to town and you confront. I'm sure it'll all work out.
Or you just make out with
Sure.
someone else and then they'll get the message.
I have a question.
Also, of course. How may I help you?
Can I show up late?
Of course you can. Yes, we will leave another school bus. I believe that's how most normal people travel these days, is via a school bus. We have several that we have purchased for such endeavors, so if you require a school bus to come into town, there will be one available for you. The drivers aren't real, do not, and I mean with the utmost seriousness, do not treat them as if they were sentient creatures. They will beg and plead. They will try to engage in conversation. Every little bit of intelligence you provide them, the more intelligence they inherit, and this can only lead to the most devilish of things. So, treat them like an AI or a bug of some sort. Don't, yes.
So,
Might be rather offensive to bugs.
as he's this person, did they give us a name?
Mm-mm.
Sorry, RA, what's your name and what are your pronouns?
Yes, of course. You can call me Cherry. He, they.
All right. Well, hey Cherry, can I fix your hair? Cool.
What's the
And
matter
I
with my
take
hair?
out a couple of it's dragging on the ground and picking up litter, and while I commend your hair's responsibility to the environment, I don't think that was what you intended.
That's fair. What are you going to do with my hair?
I take out two hand turned needles, and I want to do some ninja skills to like put it up in a bun with two hair sticks.
Excellent. So you do said thing. It's kind of, for him, it's like having like a really amazing head massage. And he's like
He's
smiling
hot.
the whole
I
time.
want to date him. I would rather date
Yeah,
him
he's
than
like-
date the Cobb Squad.
What's the matter with the Cobb Squad? Cobb Squad number 1. But yeah, he enjoys it quite a lot. And by the time it's kind of up and everything, it's this huge, huge thing of hair.
No, it's not. It looks like a geisha's hair getup.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
It goes with the dark hair. It's super long. If you don't mind me saying so, you look hot.
Oh, well, thank you. I think each individual that I am looking at right now has particular strength and a enchanting beauty that I look forward to exploring in terms of your personalities. All right, and with that, I am going to scoot on out. I have a couple of study homework things to do, but it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know all of you. We will see you then. And he heads on down.
Bye, Jerry. Is it
Bye.
Cherry or Jerry?
Cherry.
I heard cherry like the fruit.
Yeah, cherry.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
I'm going to create the opposite of Viagra and slip it in every one of your goddamn meals. I hate all of you.
What? What is your problem?
If I make you a potion that fills your thirst, will that be okay? Because
Oh
damn,
my
you
God.
thirsty.
Just because you are not, and you don't, I don't know if you're romantically inclined or not. Don't hate on other people who are.
I don't hate on every. How many people have you flirted with today? Y'all flirted with the goddamn barista.
The barista.
That wasn't me. That was
and Cherry.
Kiva.
It counts. They used your body.
I
Well.
flirted with 2 people today.
Today.
Well, yeah, but it was flirting. Flirting is friendly and fun and not serious. It's serious
And you're going
when other things happen.
on a date with the Cobb Squad tonight.
I am trying
God
to
squad.
not do that.
But
Ooh,
you're
they're
going to
not
be
gonna
going to the
like that.
karaoke bar, and they're going to be there.
They're not gonna like that at
Well,
all.
I will take Actia's advice and make out with somebody else.
They're really not gonna
Don't
like
make out
that.
with the RE. Don't make out with the RE.
Why
Or
not?
or a
He's
teacher.
hot.
Don't make out with. Okay, you can make out with the RE,
No,
but
no.
not a teacher.
I'm obviously not going to make out with a teacher. I have
Uh-huh.
boundaries. That is one of them. No authority figures.
The RE is technically an authority figure.
It is a resident
Well-
assistant. RA
They
stands
have
for resident
authority.
assistant. No, they
Yeah,
don't.
they have some authority.
Sure.
No. I'm gonna go and meet up with a squirrel queen.
Have fun. Do you want help?
No, because I feel like you'll flirt with the fucking squirrel queen.
I don't do animals.
I don't trust you.
That is hilarious coming from you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Fine.
Who
Hey,
do you
don't
call to
forget
fix
about
all
the
your
body
stuff?
tax.
The what?
Don't forget the what?
The body tax, Eris. Don't forget about the body tax.
Yep. You want to get fucked by a squirrel?
Leopold
What?
had a nice body.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, human body's a human body.
Actia,
It's gonna have a
I
squirrel
am
inside
now
it.
really uncomfortable. Let's go.
Yes.
So, kind of ending on that, enchanting conversation with Cherry the RA. Going out to your business, especially before the kind of hangout time in the town where you are not allowed to do magic, but you are expected to do karaoke. I'm sure Eris has the thought, like, man, there is something called like a endless water jug, but will it be enough? Who knows? It probably won't. But a lot of exciting things coming, especially Actia just opened up a book and might have found something that could alter the lives of every magical being in existence. But
Will she
more
ever share?
importantly than
No.
that, yeah, just like college, yeah. Just like no one knows that everyone has a private bathroom except for Actia. Some secrets are best kept to the chest. And with that, we're going to do one final roundup for each individual to say their goodbyes, what they're doing, and what they're most excited about for next episode. So we will start this time in reverse order, starting with Eris.
Hi, I am Almost Faye. Faye if you're nasty. And you can find me here on Thursdays. And you can find me over on Critical Misses on Fridays. Well, tomorrow is our season finale of Beyond the Twilight Road. If y'all want heartbreak, check out the rest of the Beyond the Twilight Road and the VODs. In the future, you'll be able to catch me over at the Fae Realm, which is a new TTRPG space, which is created by a bunch of LGBTQIA2+. I think most of our management and creative team are all A-spec as well, which is not intentional. But we'll be there, and yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, and Almost Faye on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok.
Excellent. All right, Em.
Hello, I am Am. If you enjoyed me doing silly voices and role-playing characters with massive anxiety, you should check out one of my podcasts, The Deck of Many Aces. A new episode drops tomorrow. It's all I suspect cast and crew, and I play a giant Lockdown fighter who like to make things go smash with a hammer. If you like that as well, but you want to see me play someone with a little more confidence, you can go check out a Rendezvous with Destiny. That is my Onyx Path Scion actual play podcast. We drop new episodes every other Thursday, which means before you watch this stream next week, you can go listen to our new episode. Also, I am guesting in an episode of Dragon's Duel. If you guys haven't listened, you should go check it out. I'm recording on Sunday. It's a D&D podcast where you complete D&D themed challenges to build your own character with strength, dexterity. I'm competing with my partner, and we are very good at mind reading one another, so I think the other team's going to have to bring it if they want to beat us. So check me out on that as well. I am am_Chisholm on Twitter. Come say hi. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Excellent. All right, swooping on over to Rocket Fox.
Hello, I am Rocket Fox. You can find me here, there, everywhere Rocket Foxes are found. I am tomorrow night going to be over on Trooper SJP's channel for City of Light and Shadows, which, if you are looking for an emotional roller coaster, that is your place to go. It is a fate-based game that follows a French resistance cell in Nazi-occupied Paris during World War II. And there's a lot of feels involved, but it's very good. It's amazing. What else? On my own channel on Twitch, Monday nights, we are in the midst of a little bit little bit past halfway through Cyberpunk Sonata, which is based on the Cyberpunk Red system, and it has been a blast. It's pretty much like a gang soap opera meets a Saturday morning cartoon if you just smushed them together. So that has been a great deal of fun. And otherwise, on my channel also, mostly these days, I've been streaming a lot of Minecraft, Stardew Valley, because that's just what I'm doing right now, as well as some storytelling on occasion. And if you are at all interested in really weird science, history, things like that, I also have a podcast called Fantastically Strange. And yeah, give it a little listen if you would like. Or don't, if you don't like. I'm not here to judge. But yeah, that is most of my stuff. And of course, I'm here on Thursdays and loving it. Thank you so much.
Awesome sauce. All right, Resident Moon.
So hi, you can find me, Resident Moon, here on Twitch almost every night, either on my own channel or on Saturdays. I role play with Christiana Ellis on her channel as a moon elf or Shadar-kai elf. Anyway, this coming Sunday, I will be on Colonomicon's channel playing a Western version of Blades in the Dark. Super excited about that. And let's see here. On my channel, you'll find me crocheting things like this is going to be Squat. As you can see, his giant mouth for when he screams. So, yeah. Let's see here. What else? I host the Weaver Circle podcast, which is the companion podcast to this channel. So I'm interviewing all of the GMs. We release our episodes on Tuesdays. This past Tuesday, we had an interview with Lydia. This coming Tuesday, it's going to be with Sam, our former GM, but the community director for Weave the Tale. So it is a great conversation. Please be sure to check it out on anywhere that you get your podcasts. I have brain meats and they work sometimes. Oh, I just opened an Etsy store for Fibermancers for hire. Me and my partner, we crochet and knit a whole bunch of stuff. And so if you look for Fibermancers, the number 4 and hire, you can find us on Etsy, on Instagram. Yeah. And I'm on TikTok, Spence.resonantmoon. Spence.resonant.moon. That's the one. And you can see my transformation from normal self to Keen. I think I'm done.
All right, excellent. So everyone, thank you so much for showing up. Definitely stick around because Parslings is right after this at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely, once again, thank you everyone who's watching on YouTube, everyone who came and rated us. Namira, thank you so much, as well as all of our sponsors, Fate of Cthulhu, Nibiru, Morra, Black Void Games, Nuada Chronicles, and the great American Witch. For those who are also interested, we have for Penny for a Tale, our own game coming out in May on Kickstarter. It is Necro Punk. So it's going to be a lot of fun if you're into post-apocalyptic TTRPGs that use a card system. You will love it. It's based in Italy. You can actually find the original TTRPG, which was titled El Engranaggio. So the Necropunk will be the English translation. So definitely make sure to check it out. Check out Twitter and all sorts. Other than that, Parslings will be coming up by Smunchy Games, another card-based TTRPG, which is going to be a lot of fun if you're into kind of these interesting squid-like creatures inhabiting people, and then them forming words together in order to perform amazing magic. That is right up your alley. So yeah, all these cool things to come. So please, please, please stick around. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, Marvin Nerd, Necropunk. If you are interested in the art, we've been posting on my Twitter, which is at Penny for a Tale. And you'll find some of it on Penny for a Tale LLC coming out a little bit later. So yeah, please stick around. Like I said before, get some popcorn, enjoy some roast beef, a salad, however you enjoy your nights. Grab some coffee, grab some alcohol, because the night is not yet done, and there are many adventures we will explore. So with that, we will bid the adieu, and have a wonderful night.
These are the tales we weave. Tales of magic, tales of mystery, tales exploring the beyond. And while we continue to grow, even more adventures await. In the depths of the unknown. Will you join us in the telling?